Hello, this is Sarah. Today I'm going to be doing the birth story tag. I saw this tag done originally by the Mommy Brain. I'm going to link her channel below and also her video. So let's get started. I don't want to make this very long. My full birth story is on another video and I'm going to link it below as well. So the first two questions are: what was your due date and what date did you actually give birth? My due date was in early April, but I gave birth 2 weeks before that, so in March. In the days leading up to your birth, what did you do to prepare? For example, classes, books, etc. I prepared with YouTube. So I was looking at many videos, at many resources online actually, but especially YouTube. I mean, there is nothing like another woman who has been through that telling you what to expect. So this is what I did. I didn't do classes. Books, I had the baby book. No, I didn't have the baby book because I had bought it but it didn't arrive. So I had not done the classes because they were on payment here, and I had nothing else but what I had researched online. Did you experience any signs that you would go into labor soon? No, as I said, it was 2 weeks earlier, but my mom, she was Skyping with me and she kept telling, your belly has dropped, your belly has dropped, it's strange, your belly has dropped a lot. Otherwise, no signs. Rate your pre-birth nervousness level on a scale 1 to 10. 1 being nervous and 10 being petrified. I think I wasn't that nervous. In my mind it was like, okay, birth is something that women have done it for several years. It's all documented, so it's okay. This was going through my mind. So it's like, I was petrified for the afterbirth more than giving birth. What were you doing when you went into labor, or when your water broke, or when you find that you needed a C-section? So I was sleeping. I had this feeling that something wrong was happening when I was sleeping. So I woke up with a strange feeling, and then I went to the toilet, and then I saw a lot of water, and then I stood up. Yes, I stood up. I said, well, maybe it was just pee, but then I stood up and some water dropped along my legs, so I thought, my water probably broke. And in fact, this is what it was. Describe what contraction feels like. To me, it was very strange. It's like constant pain, and an additional, it's like constant vertical pain and something very kind of strong crossing you and letting you go. And it was painful either way, but when there was this kind of sharp pain, that was the unbearable part, and then the other pain was okay, I can manage this. Did you deliver at a hospital, birth center, or at home? I delivered at a hospital. Did you have a midwife, doctor, or was your birth unassisted? I had a doctor following me, but then when you go to labor here in Switzerland, there is the doctor of the hospital who helps you give birth. And I didn't have a midwife. Who were your other supporters? It was only my husband in there, because we live far away from any family or anyone that can help us, and we didn't have friends because we had just moved here. What were you really glad you had during your birth? No, nothing. Oh yes, the bathtub. The bathtub was great. Having the bathtub in the labor room, that was the great bit. And I entered there and I felt that the pain that I had went away by a considerable amount of kind of strength. But then it got up again, so I went to the bed. But that was a good part. What types of pain management did you use? I used the epidural and nothing else. So when I was 3-4 centimeters dilated, I could have the epidural because they said I was very progressed anyways. And yeah, that was it. What position did you find yourself the most? I stayed most of the time on the side. They kept turning me from one side to the other, and then I gave birth on one side. Did you experience the ring of fire? So I don't know what is the difference between epidural and the actual natural birth, but I did feel a lot of pain. So it's like my epidural wore off completely, and towards the end I experienced the ring of fire and everything, but I don't know if my degree of pain was a little bit less than than when you give naturally birth, but I could feel everything, the ring of pain. It's so true that the doctor said, now you're gonna feel pain, but you have to push against the pain that you feel. So it was pretty intense. What was the first thing that popped into your head when you saw your baby? I kept thinking, she's not crying, she's not crying, she's not crying. Well, that was in my mind, because I didn't hear her cry. But they say that she did, so I don't know. What was your baby's length and weight? It's 4.5 years now, so I have a bit forgotten. It was about 3 kilos and 48 centimeters, I think. From first through labor contraction to delivery, how long were you in labor? My water broke at 4 a.m, but my contraction started about 12, about midday. I think I was about in labor 12 to 14 hours. It was my first time giving birth, so it was a long one. Which was the most challenging for you, labor, pushing, or recovery? For me, the most challenging was pushing. Pushing at the end stages of labor. So this was the most challenging bit. I have a problem with the voice, and the breathing is strange. They warn me that if I don't push her out quickly, I might end up having a C-section, so I was very worried, and maybe this kind of made me more stressed out and everything else, so I don't know. One piece of advice you would give about birth to a mom-to-be? Just, I would say, relax. I mean, the ending is, most of the time, is beautiful, and you have a baby, and it's the most wonderful thing that you can do, and you really just relax, go through it, and don't let others stress you out, because that's important too. Show the first ever picture of you as a new mom. I will put it here, but I don't have it here, so I cannot show it to you. Who I'm gonna tag? I think I'm gonna tag Amy and Dana. Amy Dreamflight 6000 and Dana Miss Diaper D. So this was all. If you do this tag, please let me know. I will enjoy watching yours as well. I really like birth stories, and this is a way to summarize them in a quick way. Thanks for watching. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye!